With that, let's bring in Wesley Hunt, Army veteran and Texas congressional candidate. Wesley, great to see you this morning. So you just heard Henry Cuellar say no border community wants Title 42 lifted. Also, this number keeps on rising. Now, 47 Democrat members of Congress are pushing to have Title 42 extended. Does the Biden administration flip on this issue?
Obviously, they're not, and they have chosen to literally die on this hill. But I do want to make one comment about that specialist that passed away. I want to thank him for his service. I want to thank him for what he has done for our country and for humanity. And you know what? He had absolutely no business dying if this administration would have done the right thing by the American people and by this country. Just in March, we've had 221,000 illegal immigrants that were caught at the border, literally just this past month. This is a 331% increase from what we saw just 1 year ago. This is the most that we have seen that were actually caught in this country in the entirety of the Trump administration. When you think about these numbers, it's actually devastating what we've seen to our country, what we've seen to these taxpaying Americans, and it absolutely must stop. And when I think about the people that are at the border that want to fix this issue, that want to fix this problem, and you know what? We owe them that too. I'm literally running for Congress right now to make sure that we can secure our border. We absolutely must build the wall and make sure that we help everyone that wants to get in this country legally do it the right way.
Wesley, I want to take a look at the border encounters under Biden versus under Trump. Over 2.3 million encounters under Trump, over 2.7 million encounters already under Biden. So you can see quite a disparity there when you look at a full presidential term versus the first 18 months of this one. You're running to be a member of Congress, and it's been my position that this really isn't for the administration to fix. We talk about Title 42, which is a Band-Aid fix to a tourniquet problem, in my opinion, an illegitimate one. What can Congress do? And I don't want the stump speech. What can Congress really do as a 51-49% divide? What can Congress get done that this president will sign maybe in 2025?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, brother. What we're going to see here in November is an absolute red wave. And what can we actually get done is make sure that we keep our bond with the American people and tell them, look, our number one responsibility is to keep the people in our country safe. That's exactly what we're going to do. And you know what? Part of that is actually securing our border and making sure that we, again, like I said earlier, build the wall, and actually make sure that, you know what, if you're paying taxes in this country, you know what? We're going to keep you safe. We're going to make sure that we keep crime at bay. We're going to make sure that we continue to understand exactly what's going on multiple levels. And you're sitting here talking about, you know, our border, looking at taxes. You're looking at what's happening in the Ukraine. You're looking at what's happening with our supply chain issues in this country. It's just been an absolute disaster for the past 14 months. And you know what? It starts at our border, and that's why I'm running to make sure that we secure it immediately.
Wesley, real quick to follow up with that. I know it's early in the morning. I don't want to put you on the hot seat, but I know you well enough to know you'll answer this question. You talk about building the wall to secure the border. Remain in Mexico is something that's very popular among Republicans.
Yes.
Can that come with DACA or some sort of something that Democrats are looking for in this as well to actually make a deal similar to that one that Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump had and couldn't get across the finish line?
How can we get to DACA if we cannot secure our border? Look, we can't put the cart in front of the horse, brother. At the end of the day, we have to make sure that we secure our border. We have to. We got to secure our border first, and then we can address all these other issues that we have had later. But again, this is a constitutional issue that we have to address immediately.
All right. Well, Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, as we've been reporting this morning, met with President Zelensky in Kyiv. And this ties into the border issue as well, because there are Ukrainian refugees that are trying to enter the United States through Mexico before they're blocked from entering. So hundreds of Ukrainian refugees are gathering in Mexico now. There is this Sunday deadline to safely cross into the United States before the administration closes the border and forces them to apply for asylum online from Europe. So some people are making the argument that the administration is making it harder for Ukrainian refugees to get into this country than people coming in from Mexico or South America. Is that fair criticism?
Probably, but again, we've been following from behind from this whole Ukrainian issue from the very beginning. Look, I'm a West Point graduate, so is my sister, and so is my brother. And Boris Johnson was actually in Kyiv over like 2 weeks ago, and here we are now having this conversation. And not only that, if you look at what's happening at our border as well, look, we don't even know who's coming in our border. Think about that. We don't know if there are terrorists. We don't know if there are people that are from, other Central America areas. And like we're sitting here having this conversation. At the end of the day, we have got to secure our border, and we need to know exactly who is coming in and out of our country. It's just that simple.
Wesley, real quick, one more question for you. What should the U.S. be doing for Ukraine, and are we doing enough?
Look, I think Vladimir Putin has bitten off way more than he can chew at the end of the day. And I think we need to make sure that we secure this country. We need to give them whatever they ask for. Again, this is a President Zelensky that asked for bullets. He asked for ammunition. He asked for more help from us. And as a country that believes in freedom, as a country that has a constitution that believes in freedom, we have to make sure that we give him whatever he needs. Again, you and I, brother, agree. Maybe we shouldn't have boots on the ground. But at the end of the day, we've got to supply this country with as much as we can so that they can have the freedom that we enjoy every single day.
Additional aid is going to be coming into the country. It just has to get into the right hands, which is proving to be a bigger challenge than I think a lot of people anticipated. Wesley Hunt, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.